Samuel Okposo, may his soul rest in perfect perfect peace. Forgive me, pardon me for that. I mixed up some song with Samuel Okposo, but he was a gospel minister, like you know, and there is this the life after eternity. We'll still come to that, but for now, I have Isaiah with me in the studio. Isaiah, good afternoon and welcome to the program.
Good afternoon.
And also, Peter is here. Peter, good afternoon and welcome to the program.
Good afternoon, sir.
Okay, let's go into it directly now. Is our Isaiah, which song do you enjoy most?
I love listening to the gospel music.
Is it because you're here that you talk about gospel music?
No, not even that.
Which kind of gospel music do you listen to?
I love listening to the Yoruba and Igbo. So
which one, worship or praise?
I like worship. I like praise.
Are you an instrumentalist?
No, I'm not.
Are you a chorister?
I'm not.
You need Christ. You need Christ. How can you be an Anglican? You're not an instrumentalist. You're not a chorister.
I'm just a church goer.
You're just a church goer. Will you like to venture into the ministry?
Ministry of God.
Will you like to be a priest?
If God calls me, that's just it.
But from the way you're looking at yourself, do you see yourself becoming a priest one day?
I'm actually looking at it, but I'm not just rushing.
God will save your people. Okay. Peter, which music do you enjoy the most?
I enjoy worship songs.
Worship songs. Do you have any favorite?
Yes. Shola Alensin.
Alensin or Alison? Are you trying to change your name?
Alison.
Are you an instrumentalist?
Yes.
Which instrument do you play?
I play talking drum.
Only. Are you a chorister?
Yes.
Which parts do you sing?
Tenor.
Can we see him? Can you?
We are not in singing competition. Before we start conducting deliverance now, and someone will fall inside the studio, and we know he's likely to fall under anointing. Okay, that will bring me to that our very first question of the day. Now, what do people go to church to enjoy? That will be the question of the day. What do people normally go to church to enjoy? You know, I've heard some people. Some say they enjoy the prayer section. Some say they enjoy worship sessions. Some say they enjoy the praise and worship. Some will also, I don't know. But these are opinions of people. But sometimes, if I go to church, I see that people most likely come to charge their phones. Yes. They don't pay attention to the service. They don't do anything. Their focus is on their phone. Now, some people also, Isaiah may be familiar with this one. Some people also go to church. I'm not saying it's Isaiah, but some people do go to church to meet friends of opposite sex. Yes, to meet some teenagers, they don't have access to move away from home. So church hours is usually the best time to go and meet themselves, to see themselves. So let me start with Peter. Why do people go to church?
Like you mentioned earlier, people have different reasons they go to church. Like I heard from a priest. He told me that there was a day in their church that instead of them to play pipe organ for the hymns, they didn't play the pipe organ. They played the normal organ. And one of their members there was very annoyed to the extent that he came to meet the priest that the priest they offend him. Then they were like, is it the AC or did they not on AC or what? What happened, Baba? And the man said that he came from his home to listen to the pipe organ. That is not here for their Jesus Christ is Lord. That is here to listen to the music. That's just all he came to do. So everybody have their reasons for going to church. So that's just the fact.
So if I should go a bit personal, can I ask the reason you go to church?
I go to church because I'm in the choir.
Just that.
Yes.
Just because. So if you're not in the choir, you will not be going to church.
Partially, I'm in the media team also, so I joined the media team.
Okay. You wanted to say something.
The reason I said I go to church because I'm in the choir, because at times during the ministrations, it's so much, but I go to church because I'm in the choir, sha.
Yeah. Okay. Isaiah,
So
let me know. When last were you in the church?
that was last week Sunday.
How many times have you gone to church this year?
This year, I don't count it too. Just that I don't miss church, even though I go to church late, but I don't miss church.
Like, what time do you usually meet the service? When is the best time that maybe you say, I came early today? When was the last time you went early?
That was when our vicar was preaching. That was I entered the church around 11. I entered the church around 11.
What time is your service?
We have two services in Anglican Communion. So
Uh-huh.
there's 7:30 and there's 10 a.m. So instead, I went to church. I went for the second service and I entered around 11 a.m.
Do you wash clothes on Sunday?
No, I don't wash clothes. Mostly, going to church is not an issue for me. Just that I like going to entering our church during time or maybe when our pastor is about to finish the preaching. So I like going to church at that time.
Is it that okay? So that you walk in when people can see you.
No,
Nah, you
it's not even that maybe walking. So once it's done with someone, we already know in Anglican Communion, once they are done with someone like this, it's time for maybe you want to do. That's the most enjoyable time. But if I would say those times that I go to church fully, in St. Peter's Church, that was when Venerable Olusola was the Vicar. 10 a.m. like this, you see me inside church. 1 o'clock, I've left. But nowadays, I don't really go to church much like that too. Unless
Then what happened?
nothing, just that.
Did God annoy you?
Of them annoyed me. Just like even 7:30 sometimes because I used to go to church very early. So sometimes I used to sleep in church. I'll be in the compound maybe 7:30. All the things they are doing, I'm hearing. To me, it's not a must for me to go inside the church. I just using it like that.
Your matter strong. Well, let's go on this short break. When we come back, we continue because I'm trying to figure what Isaiah is saying. But okay, before we go on that break, what do you think that makes people to go to church?
Yeah, people go to church maybe. For example, I already mentioned my own reason for going to church. People go to church maybe because of sermon. And people go to church to do their own business. So people go to church to do business. That's just it. Mm-hmm. They go to church to do various things. So most particular people go to church because of sermon one. Some people go to church so they can see them. Like, this person must see that I'm in church. I'm the one. I've arrived. So people go to church for different things. You go to church for sermon. For example, like what this man was saying, Peter said, even in our own church too, if they want to do maybe any activities, they used to request maybe, okay, all those rich people in our church, they would request, they would tell the vicar, so I want to do so event too. I want you to play the pipe organ. I want you to play the three-step organ. There was a time when we did something in our church, so our former organist, Uncle Sheyi, so he played one anthem, one code. I don't know, maybe you watch one movie, it belongs this October 1st. So immediately that man told that organist I should never try to play that thing again. Shouldn't try to play that tune he played. I shouldn't try it again. After I don't know what really transpired, but as for me, people go to church for many things, for sermon, for praises, and also lastly to do business. Mm-hmm. That's just it, sir.
Okay, you've heard from Isaiah's own part, but we'll go on this short break. When we come back, we'll conclude on that topic and move on to another one. You're still listening to Lagoon Radio, your number one online gospel radio in Nigeria and official radio of the Anglican Communion Diocese of Lagos. We are at Marina transmitting live. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It's still Lagoon Radio, your number one online gospel radio in Nigeria. And the official radio of the Anglican Communion Diocese of Lagos. We are transmitting live from the Diocesan Media Center, 29 Marina, Lagos. Yes, we are at the beautiful city, heart of Lagos, heart of Africa, and heart of the world, Nigeria. Okay, Isaiah was saying something. Can you quickly conclude on what you were saying?
You know, I said church, concerning church, that people go to church for different things. Some people go to church because of maybe the way the priest preach. And some people go to church for their own business. Some people go to church for their own various business. Some people go to church for meet-up. Like what Mr. Cardinal was saying, that all these teenagers, it's only church hours, they normally have time to go and meet one another to see. So people go to church for different things. Yes, sir.
Okay. But did I ask why your own purpose of going to church?
No, you only asked me what time did I enter the church last week, and I was being honest about that.
Are you honest?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes. That's okay. we are now on to for the day. Okay, but before we come to that, we are still expecting signal from one of our colleagues who went on a ride with the new railway, the new rails that was brought to Lagos. We are hoping she can quickly join us and share her experience online. We need to hear from you, and we want you to understand, just as this, the first-hand information. Okay, my producer has something to say about church, why people go to church.
Okay, I remember in my church, in my parish, 3 years ago, the drama unit, we actually asked exactly your topic. That was what we asked. Why do people go to church? And you find out that, like Isaiah says, a lot of people, I watch so much that sometimes when at the end of the service, you find that people actually come to market themselves, to give a card, to tell you, oh, I have this, I make this, I did this. That's their own. And coming to I remember that time, if there's this particular priest, whenever he's preaching, people will start sleeping, especially the young people. So whenever he's about to preach, group of us those days will just be upstairs like, he has started. By the time 1, 2, 3, he has, start preaching, and we are just lost from what he's doing. We find that either people are pressing phone, or people are gisting, or people, will be sleeping. Next thing we just group and say, let's go down and start gisting. And it continue at a point. Church now, like, no, I find that youth keep going outside, like, okay, you have to have your church to be able to engage yourself in things. And I find that even with that, you see some group, that's where they will start talking, how far now? My mom could not allow me to come and see you. That's the point of making their own friend, entitled to chain number and all those things. And I keep asking myself, even when we finish that drama, I'm like, why people always come to church in different view? A lot of people, we come to church, it happens a lot, especially young generation, we come to church differently. Like I say, my own is, like, whenever you are preaching and we're off, either we go down, or we just have a group of kabak people that are like, what is this thing? So I think that's, the young people are not also, they are moved by what they hear or the way the service is. Like what Peter said again, I remember some time, the only thing that engaged me in service is music. If you want to sing in service, if there's time of Thanksgiving, harvest, all these harvests, we'll dance and dance and that. That's the only time you will know that, I will not miss church. I will know that harvest time or any Thanksgiving, I'll be in the church early because I want to come and dance. So I come to...
But do you know that somehow those people that are possessed, they love going to during the music. They don't like prayer or hearing the word of God.
Yeah, you're right. 100% sure you're right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100% you're right, because I'm a life witness. I remember there's time, there's this brother we call a prayer warrior. Whenever he stands to preach or pray, we see most of us start going outside. Immediately the time of, hey, see everybody coming inside the church to dance. Yeah, you're right. And I think I would say that also the Bible says that music, music had the way it tied the heart of youth. So music is still everything, whether you take it or not. I remember some people will say hymn, but there's kind of hymn that motivate me. There's kind of hymn when you sing out like Ancient and Monday, they have started again.
Okay, on that note, let's get our first request for the day. Isaiah, what song will you love us to play?
I would love you to play me Excess Love by Mercy Chinwo. That's my favorite song.
Excess Love.
I like that song.
Excess Love.
Yes.
Do you love SS, or do they love you SS?
They love me excess.
Okay, stay glued to Lagoon Radio. We are now on to the song request. We'll be playing our first song in that section, that is SS Love.
By Mercy Chinwo.
By Mercy Chinwo. The way you're emphasizing the Mercy Chinwo, as if I don't know her. SS Love. Keep listening to us.
This is Lagoon Radio.